Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, and on my page I talk about self-love and self-growth. So go ahead and click the subscribe button because I promise you are going to love it here. So as you can see from the title, if you clicked on this video, you're probably tempted to break no contact. Disclaimer before we start, no contact is basically going through a phase where you are not talking to somebody, whether that be a significant other, whether that be a friend. Just you and that person moved on your separate ways, and you guys are not talking to each other right now. And you are probably tempted to break that no contact, and I'm just here to tell you, don't do it. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys ways to not break no contact. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. The first thing I want you guys to do is to remember why you were on no contact in the first place. Never forget how badly somebody treated you. More than likely, that person is not blocked. That person is not blocked off all social medias because of a slight argument. That person is probably blocked because they did something really messed up to you. And why would you want them back around? Why would you reach out to them and let them back in? And I also want you guys to understand that if you do reach out, there is a chance that they might not respond, or they might give you a response that you do not want, and that's gonna hurt you even more. I remember one time when I was on no contact, we had blocked each other, and I reached out, being dumb. I reached out to them, and the response I got was terrible. It was either, I did it twice in my life. The first one, the response was they cursed me out, and the second one, the response was no response whatsoever. So don't put yourself through that. Do not reach back out. Do not forget the disrespect, and understand that you are not tolerating that. Second thing I want you guys to do, sit down somewhere, cry, heal, do all that if you have to, journal, write it out, do whatever you need to do to heal. Stop trying to go back to stuff that hurt you in the past just because you're comfortable with it. I did that so many times in my life. So many people I would go back to because I was so comfortable with them, and I was like, I just don't want to be alone. Girl, it's okay to be alone for a little bit. It is okay. Sit down somewhere and heal yourself. If you keep going back to things that hurt you, you're going to be a hurt girl with a bunch of baggage, and you're going to look up one day and regret everything. Do not go back to that person. More than likely, going back to that person is going to be even worse getting out of it. So don't do it. Sit down, cry, journal, do whatever you have to do to heal. Next thing I want you to do is to do things that you love to do, whether that be going out with your friends. If you are not a super extroverted person, read, write, draw, find some new hobbies, work out, tap into you, do some things that you love to do. A lot of the times we're spending times crying or stressing over somebody else, and yes, like I said, crying is okay because it's needed to heal, but do not sit and dwell in it. You need to move on quick because life does not stop for anybody. We all love a little sad girl era. Yeah, that's cute and all. I used to be a person where I would cry 24/7. Every single night I would set a time out just to cry because I thought that it was gonna help me get over something. And yeah, it did, but I stretched it out longer than it needed to be stretched out. Cry for a little bit, but don't look up and it be months later and you still sad over that one person, and you look up and they're moved on. Do not do it. Spend time with yourself, find some new hobbies, go out with friends. Sis, if you even need to go on a dating app, do that. I'm not saying get a rebound, but hey, if you need some other entertainment, do that. If you need to distract yourself, okay, but you need to get over that person. You need to not break this no contact. Do not reach out to them. Do not do it. Do not do it. Next thing I want you guys to do is to boss up and level up. The greatest revenge is bossing up. Okay, that's like the #1 thing. When I was going through heartbreak and heartache, I felt so much better when I bossed up. I got my business together, I got my body right, I started looking better, my confidence started going up, and I just felt like that girl. And then you're gonna look up and be like, wow, I wouldn't even talk to somebody like that. Even friendships, I'm like, I wouldn't even be friends with somebody like that anymore. Not because of how they look, but because of how they were treating me. You gotta understand, if you are feeling like you need to go back to somebody who was trash, if you feel like you need to go back to a friend that was fake, look at yourself and understand how your self-worth is. How low is your self-esteem for you to feel like that's the best you can do? No, you have to understand God has bigger and better for you, and going back to something like that is just going to be even worse and just gross. Okay, remind yourself every time you want to go back and text them, be like, gross. Literally gross, because ew, why am I texting somebody that is blocked? Why am I doing that? And another thing I want you guys to do that helps me when I'm on no contact, block them on everything. And I used to be the person where I was so unconfrontational. I'm like, you know what, no, I don't want to block them on everything because we're just not talking to each other, it's whatever. No, if they did something to you, or if their energy disturbs your spirit, it's okay to block them on Instagram, iMessage, all of that, so you don't have to see it. I block on iMessage because I don't even want your energy on my phone line. I don't even want you to have access to me, and watch how it works. And it's also very important that you block on Instagram because them seeing your stuff could be evil eye. You don't know what kind of energy they're sending your way. It's best for you to just not see it. Out of sight, out of mind. Once you stop seeing them, once you stop thinking about them, you won't care anymore. If you keep seeing them every day, if you keep stalking their Instagram, it's going to be on your mind 24/7. You're going to compare yourself to the next person they're with. You're going to get even more hurt. So don't do it. Block them on Instagram, sis. Stop going to their page trying to stalk, figuring out what they're doing, because it's not worth it. You're wasting time. You could be gone tomorrow and you'll look up and regret everything you're doing today. Do not do it. Tap in, focus on yourself. So if you didn't get anything out of this video, I want you to get boss up and level up and leave that person alone. Leave them in the past. Blow up so much to the point where you're unrecognizable. Blow up so much to the point where they can't even get access to you. Blow up so much to the point where you'll be embarrassed to even admit that you ever talked to them. Blow up so much to where you'll be embarrassed to admit that you was ever friends with them. Boss up and level up and get over it. I'm telling you this now. Stop it. Do not break no contact. Move on with your life. It's another chapter in your life opening up, and that last chapter is closing up. Don't be stuck in a chapter that was supposed to end years ago, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, do not break that no contact. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.